In today's Money Monday, we've been hearing a lot about the shortage of employees caused by the pandemic, but now there's news that this situation could actually be beneficial for baby boomers. We've got Kyle Wingfield of Finley Alexander Wealth Management here to explain. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing well too. This is an interesting situation we find ourselves in, an interesting connection. It sounds like those nearing retirement may now have an opportunity to make up for some lost time here, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, so the pandemic has been just nothing but a lot of ugh, right? But we can look for the silver lining. And I think we're hearing a lot of people, they're not returning to the workforce or deciding to live their best life now. I'm just going to go and check out or whatever. Well, that's one generation. Well, baby boomers come from a generation that is incredibly resilient. Think about how much they've endured. And recently, of the last 2 decades, they've endured recessions, losing money, grinding it out. That generation came with just a different definition of work ethic, which means you show up, you're loyal, you grind it out, you put in your best, and you go hard, and you don't really have any expectations or entitlement issues. So I think what we're seeing now is the corporate world that adapted to the new generation is now saying, hey, wait a second, these baby boomers, we might be able to have them come back into the workforce or continue their tenure because they've got subject matter expertise because they've been there a while, they've done that job for a while, they know the landscape, they have the relationships. So there's a lot of silver lining there because prior to all this, there was all that thought of ageism, right? Where people were like, oh, you're too old to be in the workforce. And I'm thinking now, corporate America is rethinking that one.
Yeah, because it is a mindset shift a lot of times. I mean, blanketly speaking, of course, there's exceptions to every rule, but that does make sense when you talk about just the era that these different generations have grown up in and how that translates into how we work. Not that one is better than the other, but just how that we work. It is definitely different. Talk about with these new opportunities, that there are new opportunities for new fortunes as well. Is that correct?
I'm hearing clients come back to me and say, hey, man, they're going to hire me back. I just retired and they're going to hire me back to do the same job. They're going to give me a signing bonus. And then they ask me, well, should I take it? I'm like, yeah, like good. Well. Hey, they're going to give me more money. Yeah, you should take it. And others that are like, hey, I was on my way out the door. And then they offered me to head up a project. And that project's going to last another 6 years. And they really want me. And I don't know if I want to stay. And so I kind of push back. And next thing you know, they're coming back to me with more money, more stock options, or whatever it might be. Right. Mm-hmm. So there's an opportunity there.
So there's a lot of appreciation then for employees who are doing the right things and making their employers some good money. They want to keep that, retain their people.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like it's kind of like vindication because I think for a while, baby boomers and people slightly older might have felt like they were getting edged out by this younger group. And, you know, a lot of corporations are like, I don't want to keep baby boomers on the payroll or whatever because they cost more on the insurance and all that stuff. And now they're realizing, wait a second, we keep that older, more senior person here. They might cost a little bit more up front, but we're going to get a lot more done and our bottom line is going to increase. And at the end of the day, that's where businesses are focused, right? At bottom line. So baby boomers bring to the bottom line is keep hiring baby boomers, keep them retained. I mean, they bring a rich level of experience to the workplace that I think can rub off on the younger generation so that that younger generation that's in the workforce can start to adopt some of those work ethic principles that baby boomers have that are just part of who they are because of the generation they grew up in.
Absolutely. And we've been saying that here on the show pre-pandemic, that there's so much expertise in our baby boomers and our elderly as well as they are looking for full-time and part-time jobs. Do not overlook that expertise. Absolutely. If someone is wanting to reach out to you, how should they do that, Kyle?
They can hit our website up. I mean, it's finleyalexander.com. And hey, if you're watching right now and you're a baby boomer, you're going to love our website because it's got so many different resources for you in terms of preparing for retirement, preparing to become work optional, taking advantage of opportunities. So check it out. Go to our website, check out financial literacy, go to resources, check out financial literacy, grab some guides, read, ask questions. We're here for you.
All right. Kyle Wingfield, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.